Cruising has been my favorite type of vacation because it's so relaxing and you get to experience different islands and do different excursions. And the best part about cruising is the dining experience. I've made a variety of videos on my channel featuring Royal Caribbean cruises because honestly, we're pretty loyal to Royal Caribbean. We've been on different ships, we've been on different excursions and different islands, and I have been enjoying every single cruise experience. And recently in my channel, I've made a video featuring the dining experience at Royal Caribbean. How's the food on the Royal Caribbean cruise ship? But since then, there have been some changes with the Royal Caribbean dining experience. And in today's video, I want to share with you what the changes have been and what's my take on this and my recent experience on Allure of the Seas. According to several blog posts and some credible sources from Royal Caribbean, apparently Royal Caribbean is testing a new type of menu which eliminates the classic options on the main dining room. So basically the goal is to make the dining experience more speed up, more efficient, and it's been tested in recent sales with Symphony of the Seas. So if you take a look at the menu, the options with choices, and you can compare this blog post, the menu, compared to my recent experience with Royal Caribbean. So as you can see, every day we have several choices on the classics and several choices on the rotating menu featuring different experience. Sometimes they have a Mexican theme. So with this change going on, they're gonna eliminate a lot of the choices from the three categories, including starters, main entrees, and the dessert. So instead of having 9 choices, choosing between 9 different items, you only can choose between maybe 5 to 7 items. So definitely less choices means maybe there's gonna be a difference in our dining experience. So in today's video, I want to share with you our recent dining experience and how eliminating some of the choices may impact our dining experience, and the fact that they keep some of the classic items on the rotating menu is a plus, but is it gonna be every day rotating menu? We will see.
At the My Time Dining or main dining, this is the calamari, and this one was recommended, the fried calamari. And I don't want to eat anything fried, so I got a shrimp cocktail. You got 3 shrimps. They're definitely smaller than chopped grill, but you know, it's still pretty good. And then also the escargot.
Honestly, on this particular day, my husband ordered 1 item from the rotating menu, but I only ordered the appetizer from the classic menu because I didn't want anything from the rotating menu. Some of the items on the rotating menu wouldn't be pregnancy friendly because, you know, I went on a cruise being pregnant. I wasn't super pregnant, but I definitely had some food aversions, and also there's certain food that you just cannot eat when you're pregnant. So in this case, having these like classic menu is a lifesaver for me. So eliminating that classic menu on this day is definitely a deal breaker for me.
Dip with butter and garlic. I can eat this every day. It's dripping with butter. Today the food actually came out really quick. At least for the appetizers were just really good. Put it on the bread. So you got the seafood linguine, and this is portobello mushrooms. I didn't see it in the previous cruise, but I know seafood linguine is always an option in the past, I think. And of course, I got lemon butter fish. This is the bamudi, lightly crusted. With a little bit of spinach and rice. I actually prefer mashed potatoes more than rice. It's good. Are there a lot of seafood?
It's a lot of shrimp.
It's a lot of shrimp. A lot of baby shrimp. Oh, that's a huge mushroom. Was there? Oh, is it just a mushroom? Does it have anything on it? Just cheese?
Cheese and sauce.
Alright, let's try this mushroom. Has really good sauce. Has really good flavor. Alright, let's try the linguine. It's very creamy. Pretty good seafood flavor. The flavor is a little bit towards the more bland side with the cream sauce. It's good. I think my fish actually looks way better than the linguine. It's slightly breaded, has a little crispy crust on the outside, but very soft in the inside with a very nice lemon butter flavor. But today they served the food really, really fast, which is really good. I really like this type of fish. Kind of tastes like cod. Very good. I got a peach shortcake. This one is no sugar added. Nice cake, which was recommended. Take a bite with the cream and peach, and mine's really good. It's not too sweet. Take a pudding. It's not so much of a cake. It's kind of like a pudding. How's your carrot cake?
Dry.
Dry. To see if it's actually any good. Okay, it crumbles really easily, which is not a good thing. It's bitter. It has a lot of cinnamon, and I will agree, it's very dry. It's like, it crumbles in your mouth, so the texture was like very, very weird. So do not recommend a carrot cake.
This is our second dinner. I got some roasted vegetables and vegetable cheese and caprese salad, which is my favorite. And he got caprese salad and a bunch of meat. I think it's a pork loin and some roasted beef and some watermelon juice. Dig it.
Always eat a second dinner after the main dining.
Alright guys, it is day 3. It's actually the second time we eat dinner here. And today's menu is looking really, really, really good. Usually I would get ahi tuna, but since I'm pregnant, I can't eat raw. On this day, the rotating menu is actually looking really, really good, so I decided to get everything from the rotating menu, starting from the appetizer and the main entree, and of course the dessert. Alright guys, this is the seafood puff pastry. It looks a little bit different from last time we got it. Brandon said it looks sadder than before. I don't know, it looks kind of okay. I wish I was like some plating with this, but mine actually looked really good. This is the eggplant tartare, and this is the duck pate. I think mine actually looks pretty okay. What do you think? No? Why is it not good? He does not recommend this because the puff doesn't taste flaky. How's the flavor of the seafood?
There's no flavor.
And he said there is no flavor on the seafood.
It just tastes like a jambalaya.
Jambalaya? Alright, so let's try mine now. Let's try both of mine.
My duck actually has a really good flavor. I actually think my duck tastes really good. This is what it looks like. My duck is really good. Very good flavor, very creamy, very ducky. Eggplant tartare. I personally like the duck better, but the eggplant tastes good.
Stroganoff.
Beef stroganoff. It's actually different from what I expected. It has pickles in there, pickles. The pork chop with gravy. Let's try a piece of beef first. The beef is a little hard, honestly. Let's try the pickle. Interesting. Beef stroganoff is different from what I expected. Goes in there. It's probably not my favorite stroganoff. Vegetarian moussaka, I would say. Interesting. Dig in. Wow. Except for vegetables, they actually make it fresh. So well, it has a lot of cheese. Oh my gosh, it's so hot. And it tastes pretty good. I think I will order this again. I will get this one 8.5 out of 10. So let's see the pork chop. I would say the flavor is good, but the texture is a little hard. The meat tastes a little dry. I think the vegetarian dish is actually the highlights of the day. What do you think? What's wrong with it?
It tastes weird. I don't like it.
Yeah, I think it tastes weird too. I can't tell why does it taste weird. Do you
It's the
think
pickles. It's all the pickles and
the
peppers.
pickle tastes
I don't
weird.
like it. No, it's just no good. I don't like it.
You don't like it? Yeah, we wouldn't order these two again. Yeah, like he's going to Windjammer right away. So I would say the stroganoff definitely tastes very weird. I've had stroganoff before, but it didn't taste like this. The pork chop is not too bad. I would say the meat is a little dry. Super dry. So the flavor is actually not bad. It's super dry. So I wouldn't order those two again. Food on this cruise is not as good as before. Maybe it's just because like it's by the holidays. Like I think the quantity and the quality of food is very different from when we did our July cruise. All right, for dessert, he ordered banana Foster. So it looks like boiled bananas in syrup with ice cream. And I got fruit.
Yep, tastes good.
Tastes good? You
thing I got tonight.
Best thing he got tonight was the dessert.
I did not care for the dessert on the rotating menu. I actually just got my classic fruit dessert on the classic menu. And then, of course, we went to Windjammers and they actually got some really good ethnic food here. So we absolutely enjoyed it. You know, like the good thing about Windjammer is the variety of food. There's always something here to eat.
Hey guys, this is dinner number, I would say number 3 at the main dining or my time dining. Today's special is the poblano soup, and I'll get the arugula salad, and I think I'm gonna order the pan-seared sole. And they said the Mississippi mud pies, they're special, but I may actually get something else.
I would say most of the times we do prioritize the rotating menu to see if there's anything we can eat there, but a lot of the times due to food restrictions, I just don't have a choice. But I did try the recommendations and usually they're okay, occasional, not my favorite.
Alright guys, here is the poblano soup. There's some corn in there. It's not too spicy. That's pretty good flavor. It doesn't have much in there, just some corn. A little bit spicy aftertaste.
Interestingly, on this particular day, my husband did not care for the rotating menu for appetizers, so he actually got the escargot, and I was eating his escargot. I have to say, it is a better choice than the poblano soup, even though it was recommendations from a waiter and it was the rotating menu that I wanted to try. It's not bad. I didn't like it as much. And of course, my husband got the onion soup and just compared this onion soup with my poblano soup. It just looks so much better. I believe that it's different cuisine. This one has more stuff and cheese and whatever, but honestly, after I tasted it, if you're a fan of onion soup, it's definitely a better choice. So I would be really sad if they eliminate the options for the classics, because there are days that we do think it's a better option than the rotating items.
Great cruise. And I got my arugula salad. Interesting. It's like vinaigrette with like pomegranate seeds in there. I think this salad is okay, but not my favorite. It's good, but it's not as good as I expected.
There's cheese, but there's not a lot of onions.
There's not a lot of onions, but a lot of cheese. I like cheese. Guys, I got the pan-seared sole fish. It's rice on the bottom. It looks pretty plain, but I like white fish. And then what did you get? Short ribs?
Short ribs with root vegetables and mashed potatoes.
Beef short ribs and root vegetables. It smells very fishy. This fish is too fishy for me. You're super good? Oh, Brandon's is super good, but then I demanded a trade. The beef short ribs. Let's see. Wow, the beef is like so tender. It's just so easy to cut. The beef is really recommend. The beef short ribs, amazing. Soulfish, no good. Would not recommend again. And I'm pretty sure I ordered a soulfish last time when I went on a cruise, and I think it was pretty good. I think it's just different chef or maybe different batches of fish. All right, this is the Mississippi mud pie. Let's take a bite. Is it good?
Yep.
Yeah? On a scale 1 to 10?
Solid 7.5.
7.5, recommend. Yeah. This is sugar-free dark chocolate tart. Mine tastes like chocolate mousse. It's not too sweet, it's good. The Mississippi pie is good. The chocolate mousse is good. It's like chocolate jello. Not too dense.
And honestly, sometimes the Windjammers have better food. This night happened to be the Caribbean night, I believe, and one of my favorite things to eat is the oxtail soup or oxtail stew. I love the Caribbean night. You have to try it on Windjammer. It's like the favorite food, according to my opinion. So even if that day, like the main dining disappoint us, I would still come here and eat my Caribbean food over here at Windjammers. So I would say, even though like It will be a bummer if they eliminate classic menu, especially on some nights when I don't like the rotating menu. It's not like I can't eat anything. It's just kind of a hassle where you have to go to 2 different places for dinner. But we do that anyways. So it's a cruise vacation. We're supposed to eat like a pig. No judgment zone. This is a no judgment zone. The next day. I can't lie, every day I look at the menu for the next day and I always focus more on the rotating menu. If there's nothing I can order from it, I will order from the classic menu. And mainly I think what makes a difference is from the starter and the dessert, because there are definitely times when I didn't feel for the 3 desserts and I didn't like the starter choices, but usually I try my best to choose the main entree from the rotating menu just because I know if I don't order it today, it will change the next day. Alright, Brandon got the salmon. Since I'm pregnant, I cannot eat that. So instead, I got my lentil soup. So sad. The lentils are very soft, melts in your mouth. It's kind of like a tomato soup with lentils in it. Alright, for my second appetizer, I got the beets and orange salad. This one looks super good, actually. I love that citrusy flavor. For his appetizer, second appetizer, I got coconut shrimps. The sauce is actually in the middle, like it's already dipped into the sauce with a little coleslaw. You get 4 shrimps. All right, dig in, try it. On a scale 1 to 10. Super crispy. 8.0. That's a high score for him. It tastes a lot of coconut. Let me try my salad. My salad is very refreshing. This is definitely the best salad I've ever had on the cruise. The dressing is amazing. It's like kind of like raspberry vinaigrette dressing with that orange with a little bit of beef. I could just eat this for my own main entree, actually. Thank you. Here's my roasted turkey. With some side vegetables. They give you a lot of turkey on this one. And I think some mashed potatoes and carbs here. Looks good. Let me see yours. And here is the lamb shank. Looks pretty good with, what's that? The beans?
Mashed potato and some sort of bean.
Yeah, some sort of beans and mashed potato. Cranberry sauce. The meat was juicy, not dry at all. I'm gonna try a little bit of the lamb shank
It's good.
for you guys. He said it's really good. It's off the bone, super easy. The lamb shank is very good. If you don't like lamb, the turkey is amazing. Both of them are really good. And they give you a little bit of turkey skin just to the fat. But if you don't like it, you can cut it, of course. But I like it.
Pavlova.
Fruit pavlova?
Yeah, something like that.
Interesting. It's fresh fruit, egg white. It seems like raw egg white, like whipped meringue. We're gonna do a taste test later, but I got the sugar-free cream puff as usual. Like I actually had the exact same thing last cruise in July, and I knew it tastes good, so I know I won't disappoint on this one. Well, okay, dig in. Oh, it has something at the bottom. It's a pear at the bottom.
Sweet astronaut food.
Huh?
Sweet astronaut food.
Astronaut food?
Like one of those astronaut meal bags.
Real, it tastes like an astronaut meal
What I'm
bag.
talking about, if you know what it is.
Put a lot of cream in the middle. Here we go. There's some almond and chocolate sauce on top and a lot of cream in the middle. It's not very puffy, but I think it's good enough. This is our second dinner. Of course, we went to Windjammers. Tonight is actually a Mexican night, but the Indian vegetable curry was actually really good. It's super spicy, but I loved it. And then, of course, he got a bunch of meat. Got fajita meat and
Minute steak.
and salmon.
Onions.
We're eating like pigs here.
I got a shrimp and potato salad. It looks very delicate. It's a very small portion, which I like because I want to save my space for the lobsters. I ordered 2 lobster tails, and this guy got a caprese salad, which what he gets every single day. We got that every single day from different restaurants. Okay, so now let's dig in. It's pretty good. It's not too rich. Has a really good flavor. Alright guys, I got a barramundi, which is my favorite. And I ordered 2 lobster tails. There's another coming. This is the first one. I'm surprised I didn't play 2 together.
They never do it like that. They always do it.
No, last time they put 2 together. So it has a baked potato and the lobster. Okay, let's dip it in.
Oh, it's already out.
I don't know how to do it.
It's already cut out. Lift up the front flap.
There we go, lobster night.
Definitely need to remind you that everything is pretty much unlimited. So on the lobster night, you can order as many lobster tails as possible. Just let them know in advance so they have enough time to prepare them. So I tell them like we want 2 lobster tails for each person, and they brought us the main like lobster tail entree and then extra 2 lobster tails for us to share.
Let's try the barramundi. It's always good. It's a little vegetable, root vegetable. This is definitely the best value dinner ever. Yum yum, right? This is sugar-free pineapple cake. And this is molten cake. Okay. Take your spoon, go in.
It's good.
On a scale 1 to 10.
Always 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. Always recommend the molten cake. Molten cake is the best. And we got 3 desserts. Let's try this sugar-free cake. Tastes pretty good. Tastes like pineapple sponge cake. This must be the non-melted chocolate cake. Has multiple layers. This thing actually tastes pretty good too. Let me try a bite. Molten cake tastes better than the other one. Always go with molten cake. It does taste better than normal chocolate cake. It has like a very soft texture inside that tastes very, 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 very good. Like, I recommend the molten cake. And I normally don't even eat cakes. I recommend. This was good. And I look at tomorrow's menu. Seems gonna be something I really, really enjoy, especially the lunch. They have to 4 lentil chili, which is one of my favorite lunch items. And it comes with the corn cake, cornbread, which I love. So can't wait for tomorrow's dinner and lunch. All right, for the last night dinner and main dining, we got Asian style pork tacos. It is Asian style because it's like pork buns almost. And we got the Greek salad to be healthy. Okay, let's dig in. So it doesn't have too much fillings, but the buns are amazing. And the sauce is like sweet. And the buns soak into the sauce. Oh, the Greek salad is what I had for lunch. It's exactly the same salad as the Windjammers. It's the cucumber, olive, tomatoes. Hey, tiger shrimps, how many shrimps did you get?
I got
5. I got 5 shrimps.
Here's 5 shrimps.
You got 4 shrimps?
I got 5.
We got 5. Got 5 shrimps. They're big shrimps. And some vegetables and rice. And he also got some lamb chop. Our waiter guy's very nice. He's like, you're pregnant, right? You shouldn't be eating this because lamb is no good for the baby. Potatoes, I mean. Okay, let's try the big shrimp. Very good. Definitely a good choice. Tiger shrimp. It's grilled shrimp, so it's healthy too. It's not like fried. This is our last meal, which is a little sad. All right, here is Cherry's Jubilee. No sugar added. And this is tres leches. Recommend. Fresh lettuce tastes good.
Always tastes good.
Okay, let me try my ice cream with cherry. Yeah, I don't like mine. It has too much cinnamon. It's okay, you can eat it. I'll go find something at Windjammer.
You can tell this is the last dinner and I probably ran out of clothes, so I was wearing the same dress as the day before. But apparently, like, I feel like even though sometimes I wanted to go with the safer choice, I always wanted to try something from the rotating menu just for the trying out factor. So now I kind of understand that why they're thinking about eliminating the classic menu, but I kind of wish that they keep 1 or 2 items on the classic menu just in case I don't like the rotating menu, because I definitely didn't enjoy some of the items on the rotating.
Hey guys,
menu.
this is the last day of the cruise. This day 7. It's a sea day, so we can eat at main dining for lunch, and they have my favorite menu. It's exactly the same as the last time in July. It's the exact same menu, but I found my favorite item, and I hope it tastes just as good as last time. So they have my favorite clam chowder, and this is my favorite 4 lentil chili. Last time it was so good. I hope it's good. I hope it's as good as last time. It looks the same. It says like honey, cornbread, and stuff like that. And they have the floating island and dark chocolate custard. I've had it before on one of the dinner menus, and always try to order a side of crispy truffle fries because you can taste the truffles. This is the clam chowder. This is the Manhattan clam chowder. Yeah, it's red. It's not the Boston one. Yeah, it's good. It has a lot of carrots. I don't taste the clam though, but the flavor is good. The 4 lentil chili is here. It looks pretty similar to last time, so I have high hope on this. But they didn't give me a spoon.
It's right here.
No, that's my dessert spoon. Well, the service, the lunch was a little lacking. At dinner, it was amazing. And the cornbread looks amazing. Looks pretty moist. Better than yesterday at Windjammer. Yesterday at Windjammer, it was so dry. I couldn't eat it. It crumbles too much. But today it was good. And the salmon looks good. The seared salmon. I think it's fully cooked. It still works. Let's get the cornbread in there. It's interesting, my appetizer, the soup came with a spoon, not my chili. But basically you could put the cornbread in the chili. It tastes amazing together. It looks really hard. Is it ice cream or is it a cream?
No, it's like meringue.
Meringue? What's meringue?
Egg whites.
Egg whites? Is it good? No?
Not gonna eat it again.
Not gonna eat it again?
No, it's okay. It's real sweet, just like pure sugar.
It's pure sugar. What are the other flavors?
Pure sugar. That's it.
No flavor?
Maybe vanilla?
No, we're not gonna eat it.
Honestly, after reviewing 1 week of my main dining experience, I would say that by eliminating the classic menu, it's definitely not a deal breaker, but it's definitely a disappointment, especially on some of the days. And you may notice that I only showcased 6 days of the menu instead of a whole 7-day, even though this was like a 7-day cruise. And this was because on the first day, I did not like anything on the menu, so we just went straight to the Windjammer. So I would say that I'm a little disappointed that they are eliminating the classic menu, and I wish that they can keep the appetizer starters and the dessert classic menus and just eliminate the main entree menu to, boost the efficiency. I love a lot of the items on the appetizer menu and the dessert menu when it comes to the classic. And for the rotating menu, I usually just go for the main entree, and sometimes they're definitely disappointment, and sometimes it's just the execution of the meat, and other times we truly didn't like the recipe, but that's okay. We all have different food preference. I wouldn't say that it was a huge disappointment, but definitely I think this time the food experience is not as high as last time about 6 months ago when we went in July of 2022. And here are several other changes that we noticed on the cruise that wasn't like this before. The first thing that I noticed is the reduction of portion size. Look at this yogurt parfait that I had in July. It was such a big full cup versus the same cup and half filled. I don't know. This looks so sad. And I know they're probably doing it to eliminate the waste or whatever, but this looks like a kid size. I felt weird about it. And this change in terms of the portion size is probably more obvious with this yoga buffet, but if you look at the other items, these are some of the food items that we got in July when we went on a cruise. It's technically a lot of the same items on the menu. I know they're, adding more items on the menu to be more creative, but overall, I just feel like it's way bigger portion in the past. And I also feel like the execution of the meat items was a little bit better. Like, we definitely ordered more classic items in the past, and the execution of meat was absolutely more amazing in the past, especially when it comes to pork and lamb. But lamb is good this time as well. It's just I feel like the portion is slightly bigger in the past, and when you want to order like something cooked rare, it's more rare than like this time. For some reason, it just felt a little bit interesting. And I also know that both my husband and I were risk takers when it comes to food. I think my husband more so, but when it comes to people who go on cruises all the time, they probably just have their favorite, and eliminating their favorite items is probably a deal breaker for a lot of the people who are more traditional with their food choices. And you can see that this particular shrimp cocktail, they used to give you more shrimps. Not that I care that much, but I kind of feel like it's been a difference, and it's been a huge difference actually from last time to this time. Additionally, we purchased the key package where we get a special lunch at the main dining featuring the Chops Grill menu. And honestly, this time we got the same exact menu as the time we had in July. So we got the exact same items, and I could tell the shrimp cocktail looks just like the one in July, but not every single item, so let's compare. We ordered the exact same item for my fish and also for the beef, and it does look a little bit different. So here is what the fish looks like this time, and let's take a look at what the beef my husband ordered this time. They look okay, but very small portion, I would say. The meat was not cooked to the standards. And also, it's not the way my husband ordered it. He ordered something like rare, but it's like kind of cooked to medium.
On a scale 1 to 10.
It's edible, It's like a choice steak.
Would you pay extra for Chop Grill after eating this?
No. No.
And here is the food we had last time in July. You probably won't even recognize it except for the herbs on the top. You may not even recognize that this is actually like the same thing. The fish looks so much better with more spinach underneath. It's cooked so much better. The quality, the quantity, need I say more? So I definitely noticed a difference in terms of not just the quantity of the food, but also the quality. Because if I, based on the standard that we had in July, I may actually choose to eat at Chops Grill because I can tell the quality of food is so much better. Versus, like, I felt like this time, it's a little different. Just take a look at the dessert this time. This is the cheesecake. First of all, you can tell it's way smaller and it looks a little bit sad. I can't tell why it looks sad. It kind of looks like not as cheesy, and the flavor is just not as good. And the melted cake, also the presentation looks very weird. The plating was kind of weird, and the whole experience was so much different compared to when we ordered the same exact items in July. So I feel like even after maybe they want to eliminate a classic menu or whatever, they also want to take a look at the quantity and the quality of the food. And these two experiences are only 5 months apart. So this is actually the first time I finished a meal that I didn't feel like stuffed. Like, it's not like I'm still hungry or anything, but like I just feel like I'm not fully full. Usually on the cruise, I feel super stuffed, but this time I felt like... Now that we have featured the main dining experience for dinner and lunch, let's look at some of the specialty restaurants. Did you know that Johnny Rocket actually offered complimentary breakfast? It's actually one of the better breakfast places on the boat, and this is the menu. They don't have a lot of items, but the actual items taste pretty good. Just make sure that you get up early because sometimes there's a huge line because people get to know the secrets very quickly. I think there's a line. We can get a number and then we have to wait. Usually it's 8 to
10, but on the port day it's 7 to 9. And it's complimentary if you guys wanted to try it. Make sure you come early. Sometimes the line is very long, but we kind of waited for like 15 minutes. It wasn't that long. It looked really long and scary, but it was actually really, really quick. They serve food really, really quick. With potatoes on the side, and you know, every plate comes with toast on the side, potatoes and toast. And I would say it looks really, 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 really good. And it smells really good. I can definitely smell the pepper. And he got bacon, scrambled egg with bacon, cheesy bacon, right? And then that's his. Yeah, it looks really, really good. All right, let's dig in. Let's try it. It's very flavorful. I'll come back again soon.
Well, just like Johnny Rocket, there's so many different dining choices on the cruise. So even if you have a disappointment at main dining, you can always find something to eat. With these changes going on with Royal Caribbean dining, would I go on Royal Caribbean cruises again? Definitely I will, especially with a bigger boat and with other choices such as the hot dogs and pizza. But definitely I would think that if they are eliminating the classic menu, they really need to focus on the quantity and the quality of their rotating menu. Based on a lot of the things I saw on the internet, I would say that they are keeping some of the classic items on the rotating menu, such as the escargot, the onion soup, but also every day you definitely have less choices. So when it comes to picky eaters or people with food restrictions, less choices may become a turnoff. But I do like the fact that they are keeping some of the traditional items, and hopefully they're keeping it for every day on the rotating menu. So yeah, that's it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. If you like what you see, make sure you thumbs up and subscribe, and check out my other videos featuring Royal Caribbean and our cruise experiences and our excursions. Alright, that's it for today. Thumbs up and subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!